I want to get something off my chest about the black man that thoroughly frustrates me. Can I do it? I'm gonna do it anyway. You know, my favorite flavor of ice cream is hardworking black man, but I can't seem to find that flavor in the store no more. And I'm trying to figure out why. In my experience, specifically when it comes to dating, black men just off top want us to submit, but provide nothing to submit to. Nowadays, y'all don't even have the education or credentials to be talking to.
Several days later.
Society is already very difficult for black people in general. And for people to call into question saying that I hate black men. You need to expand your emotional vocabulary. It's so your life can be easier. Don't you want to be able to communicate with your I think yes, right? Long gone are the days where you can just shut down tolerating that. Like, it used to be where men provided financially or with schmeat and can make their own self and we can pay for our own shit. So I'm gonna need y'all to catch up on the emotional part. If a telling you I need you to communicate more, open your mouth. But you know what I realized? And let me back up. A common misconception about me as a clinician is that 90% of my clientele have been men. Black men specifically. And what we specifically work on is expanding their emotional vocabulary because a lot of y'all mother don't even have the words to express how you're feeling. This weird ass world that is so hard on y'all, like, let's acknowledge that the world is very difficult for y'all, but y'all are not making it any easier, bruh. You're not. When telling y'all to go to therapy, it's not for us, it's for y'all sad motherfuckers. Society is already very difficult for black people in general. And for people to call into question saying that I hate black men is asinine to me because black everything matters. Black everything matters. When they see you walking down the street, they don't see a human being. They see what's been perpetuated in society. They see what's been perpetuated in the media, that you're aggressive, that you're violent. But I know that these behaviors that are being exhibited are actually depression and anxiety. And unfortunately, society has taught you that anger and lashing out and fighting back is the only acceptable response. I am pleading that y'all seek help. Because women are hurting. We want you to be better. But I'm getting attacked. People are calling my employment, asking that I get fired because I want you guys to be better. Again, like I said, I apologize for my delivery. This is a little spicy sometimes. But just know that my anger and my frustration and my passion is coming from a place of needing. I need y'all to heal. I don't need it. Society needs it. I am a black person who endures the struggles and the tribulations that black people endure. I know what it feels like to be marginalized. I know what it feels like.
And now it's time to have a discussion with black people how sometimes we get on our own way of true liberation and freedom because we're so indoctrinated by white supremacy and violence against black women. Because it was black people who got her fired, black people who harassed her, who threatened her, who doxed her, who called her employment and got her fired. All because they didn't like her delivery and how she told black men that they need to go to therapy because they are emotionally unintelligent and it's hurting them and hurting the community around them. You're so worried about a black woman's delivery and oh my God, there's a certain way to say things. Black women are 2.5 times more likely to be killed by a man. We experience sexual domestic violence and disproportionate rates and you're worried about our anger and us cussing and how we talk. And you know what? The saying that you can't save everyone is very true because sometimes the people that attack us within our own community would have been the same people that called the dogs in Massa when Harriet was trying to run mother freedom. We can't save all of you and we literally will not because you harm us.
Well, France has just approved a new law to crack down on sexual violence and harassment, just as this video has been going viral. You can see 22-year-old Marie Laguerre in the red dress there as she walks past the man at the top of the screen. She says he whistled at her, made lewd remarks and noises, and they appear to go their separate ways, but the man turns back, follows her, and then ends up hitting her, slamming her into a cafe enclosure. Some people sitting at that cafe stood up for her, but the man ended up leaving the scene. Police are still looking for him. I spoke to Laguerre earlier, and she described what happened.
I was going back home from work, and I was walking in the street, and a man, he addressed me with noises, sexual whistles, and other humiliating and degrading noises. And the problem is that he wasn't the first one, not that day or the week, and it happens almost every day to every woman. So it put me in a rage, and I answered with "shut up." I didn't think he would hear me, but he did. And he actually got really mad. And then he threw an ashtray at me. After that, I insulted him, and after that, he rushed back to punch me. So I took the punch with the most pride I could, because I didn't want to show him any sign of weakness or any sign that he was actually gonna put me down. And I was very lucky that a CCTV video was recording the incident, because I think that it's an issue that women have been talking about for years, even more with the Me Too movement. But apparently, even if we were talking about it, it was not enough to realize how bad the situation was, because since this video has been shared and seen so many times, I feel like it's really raising awareness, and people are really realizing how bad the situation is, and how us as women, we don't feel safe in the streets. And I think that today it's completely unaccepting that the situation is like that.